Hi guys, this is Miss Seaton. I'm going to walk you through number 4 on the Photoshop tutorial to learn 4 new tools. So this is going to be your assignment. It will come up as a Photoshop file, and that's great. And we are going to go through the red eye, the healing brush tool, the stamp clone, and then also this eraser tool, which has some really great ones. So the red eye specifically is talking about this red hue that you can kind of get in eyes. It happens with reflective lenses. And so to come into there, it's pretty straightforward. You click anywhere there there's that red hue within your picture, and it will turn it to black. So that's all you have to do. You can come in here, you can change the pupil size. If you notice that there's still some red around it, you can click and try to get a little bit more of the red away. It's being really particular. So that's all you have to do with the red eye eraser tool, and that's what's there. But let's look at a different picture. Right, I want to get this gone. I want to come to this picture. There we go. So let's look at a different picture to learn a couple of the other tools that we're looking at. So, yeah, we can actually come back here. We're going to learn the heal tool, and there's a couple of different options here. You can do the spot healing tool, and that is looking for similar, a spot. So it's going to go over, so if you come over it, so careful, if you come over this, it's going to paint and try to make that similar. So if you zoom in a little bit over here, holding that space bar to move over is a really great option. You can tell it is changing the texture just a little bit there. So let's come back over here. For your assignment, you're going to just come over here. It's best if you do one letter at a time and just kind of go slowly, because if you try to go over everything, it's not as clear. So just try to go slowly so you get it evenly there. If you are really particular and you come over here and let's zoom in really far and let's away from the dog's mouth, but let's try to get rid of that white spot there. It's either like a broken pixel within the photo or like slobber because it's a dog and you don't like it. Let's try to go over it and see if it turns it more black. And look at that. So that goes away. So you can be really, really, this is probably what like a lot of celebrities do to try to get themselves look better within a Photoshop. But you can also do this healing brush tool. So that was right click again. And with the healing brush tool, you want to press Alt and you paint and you're looking for a similar texture. So let's go up into here, finding some textures of this cloud. And then you can paint using that texture. And it comes in and puts a little bit of extra cloud in here. Oh, yeah. So you look at that painting. We're coming over here to where it was. And so you can add things differently in there. So that's a pretty fun one to kind of play around with. But the spot healing tool is really what you're going to be using for this assignment. Now, a couple of things that we aren't going through in this assignment. So for this assignment, you are literally just going to come in here and change the red eye and then change and get this to be even and look like a person, not with a person with before and after written with arrows on its face. So that's all you have to do for this assignment. It's pretty straightforward, but it's just something that I want you to be able to understand how to do. The next things that we're going to go through are the clone, and this is where I want to come into this picture. So let's Control Z in this picture, get rid of all of that, and say you want to, let's clone this tree back here. This isn't a very good picture. Maybe I'm going to go pause and find a different. Look at that movie magic. So let's do that clone feature. And you want to make sure you're in the clone stamp tool. And this is pretty cool. And you are going to press Alt again, ALT. And you're going to choose a feature that you want to double. So if I want to make it look like there's a sled dog team with my dog Bear, I come here and I'm choosing right there. Now, you are still pressing Alt, so let me do that again. And you're going to come over here and start drawing. This was working. I think I need to change my size here. So I'm going to hold down the Alt key. I'm going to click once, let go of Alt, and come over to wherever you want to place the second dog in this case. And then I hold down my left mouse key, and then I'm watching the plus sign in the middle there, and I'm drawing along the plus sign in the middle, and I'm creating a second dog. And you can be as particular about this as you would like to be. Let's get all the way up to the ears, into the middle. And this is a fun tool. You can add different plants in to your image if you have them. This would have been really fun to do with the fireweed if we wanted to do a second option with the fireweed. I'm just doing my dog so that we don't just do fireweed twice. Yeah, it looks a little strange because I placed him farther back, but that's kind of the clone stamp tool. I thought it was super fun. You can also do the pattern stamp tool, and that gives you these patterns. But say you want to do a different pattern. Say you want to do the ground that's down here. So you come over here to your marquee tool, and you want to have your rectangular marquee, and then you select whatever pattern you want to do. Then you also want to make sure you're in fixed ratio and you're 1:1, and that's what you want. And then you come to edit down here, define pattern from selection, and you can call it sticks ground. That's fine, whatever you want to have it be. So then you come back to your pattern stamp tool, and look, now ground is there. So if you wanted to draw more ground down here, you can start drawing with that ground, except for I have a super small cursor, and that's why it's weird. But if I come over here, I can start drawing with that pattern. It will be a tile kind of effect, meaning that it's going to repeat itself. You can see how it's repeating itself already there. So it's going to be kind of obvious, but that is another thing you can do. Now the eraser tool, this is super cool. Your eraser tool, there are multiple tool options. In the eraser tool, you can erase part of the background. Again, you can change the size here, and this will just erase what's there, and it'll come back to this background color that you have there. Now, if you choose your background eraser tool because you're like, well, I want to erase part of the picture, the background's locked, so it's not going to let you erase it unless you choose that background eraser tool. Again, that's the right click to get to the tool option. And this will, you have to change your diameter of your thickness again to get more, and that'll give you those pixels. Now, if you're like, what would I want that for? If you ever want to design a logo or something, and you want to have just the outline of the logo without like a white background on it, you come in and erase everything but the logo, and then you can copy it and paste it into whatever you need it for. Now, you would save it as a PNG or a JPEG file as well, or both great options. Now let's get into this magic eraser tool. So let's actually Control Z, get rid of all of that was there. Now this magic eraser tool is really helpful. So the magic eraser is going to get rid of pixels of the same color. So say you want to get rid of the sky, and it starts going away, and then you can put in whatever sky you want. You can get rid of the black, and you can sample all layers. You can come in, and it's going to come pick up everything. You can change your tolerance so it's less tolerant or more tolerant. And that's where you really get to start to have a lot of fun with Photoshop. So please do this assignment again, where you're getting rid of the red eye and then doing the eraser. And then you can start to play with maybe one of your pictures and clone it, make your own sled dog team or whatever you would like to do, and start playing with that tool, and let's see how we can go with there. But you do just need to submit this assignment. Again, you go save. Okay. Make sure you know where you're saving it. I recommend desktop or background. I'm going to go into my own special C-in folder. And then I want to save it as a JPEG. And it is seated number 4. Okay. Good luck.